Results tonight set up the November ballot and give us an idea of what voters are thinking.
Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is here to break down the big races and the voter turnout. Mark?
Yeah, Mike and Kelly, the voter turnout was just terrible this year. Let's give you a quick idea. We're going to look at this map in the 12th Congressional District to give you an idea. You might remember this if you were watching our newscast at 5 o'clock tonight. Let's take, for example, St. Clair County. Okay, this is the most populous county in the whole district. We saw only 6,000 votes. Okay, remember that number, 6,000 votes. We're going to back out of this now. We're going to go take a look at the primary just 8 years ago in the presidential race. Okay, so we're going to go back 8 years in time, and we're going to look at that same county. How many votes did we have? Just 8 years ago, we had 28,000 votes. That's the difference that a presidential race on the ballot makes in a big area. So what did that mean? Well, that meant the conditions were perfect for Darren Bailey to pull off an upset. If he could drive down turnout or have low turnout in those bigger areas, that would have been great for him. But if you were watching our analysis in the 5 o'clock, I'm telling you tonight, this was going to be the dividing line. We told you that. And there you see the Bailey home turf. He carried it real strong there. We're going to change it to the heat map here. Let me take this color off real quick. Look at the heat map, especially in Clay County. Louisville, that's where he's from. He carried it real strong there, but Mike Bost and Murfreesboro just had a lot more voters in this area. So even with the low turnout, Mike Bost just defended his home turf, and you see that result. Now, the AP has not called this race. Mike Bost calls himself the winner. Darren Bailey has conceded. And when you look at the last remaining counties still out here on the map, these are some of the smallest counties in Illinois with some of the fewest votes out there. So when you just look at it, trailing by 5,200 votes, there just aren't enough votes left out there for Darren Bailey to mount a comeback. So we expect the Associated Press could make this official and finally call the race. We're waiting for that final word, but when you look at the math and you look at the map, there's just no way Darren Bailey's campaign conceding. The last thing I'll point out is this: all the Metro East area, this is territory Darren Bailey could have competed for if he came and tried to fight here, if he showed up on TV, if he gave interviews. He didn't. In effect, he surrendered some of the territory that Mike Bost just cleaned his clock. And that's really the deciding difference in this big race.
And all of tonight's results are scrolling at the bottom of your screen. They're also available at ksdk.com/elections. You can also text the word results to 314-425-5355, and we'll send you a link.